My name is Carrie-Ellen Larkin. I'm the development worker here in Clann Resource Centre in Oughterard. My job primarily is setting up facilities for young people in the area, and I've also taken on work around GLBT people and their needs. Well, there's about 100 family resource centres in Ireland. They all fall under the Family and Community Resource Centre programme. They're all funded by the Department of Social and Family Affairs, and they're supported by the Family Support Agency, and as well as that by regional support agencies and specialist support agencies. They're all run by a voluntary management committee and staff, both of whom work together to meet whatever the identified needs are in the area. Family resource centres in Galway are in Gort, they're in Headford, in Ballygar, in Oughterard, here where we are, and in Loughrea. Our target groups now, we'd be looking at isolated men, we'd be looking at the unemployed, youth and children, one-parent families, older people, LGBT people, non-nationals, people with disabilities. Other things we do, we provide affordable counselling. There's drop-in support, the Citizens Information Centre and the Money Advice Budgeting Service come out. There's personal development courses, we coordinate a rural transport initiative, and we do outreach to outlying areas. Excellent. When we sat down originally, the three goals we came up with were, first of all, to make our own centres LGBT friendly, which probably they hadn't been up till then, to bring about change in our own organisations, and to bring about change in communities that we're part of. So the network got itself awareness training with Clann, the Gay and Lesbian Equality Network, and importantly we developed a code of practice around working with LGBT people, and we worked with Clann on that in 2007, and basically that code of practice outlines actions that family resource centres need to undertake to respond to GLBT people. Well, basically, first of all, we'd have a chat. We're there to support people, to affirm them, to give them whatever kind of support they need from that point of view. We'd be able to point them on to other services or groups in the area, help them get information. And as well as that, if people wanted to set something up locally, we'd be very keen to work with people to do that, whether it was a support group for people or a social group. It could be a film club, it could be some event, it could be a seminar, it could be educational courses, anything like that. If people were interested in that, we'd be very willing to work with people on those issues. We're available to support people with complete and utter confidentiality. So, if an LGBT person wanted support from us and wanted to be confidential about it, that's absolutely no problem. They can text us directly, or they can email us directly, and we can get back to them then without knowing who they are, where they are, or anything about them. Clann has also, we've put up a lot of posters around just to kind of send out the message that we are friendly, to GLBT people. Posters up in the window, posters in the toilet as well, in case people don't want to be seen taking down information, if they want to write down phone numbers or web addresses or whatever. We make sure we have gay community news here. We ran an event for International Day Against Homophobia, and we're getting training for our management committee, and we're hoping to do anti-homophobia training as well for our youth club here in Oughterard, and we're looking to set up a drop-in as well, a monthly drop-in, if we can work with Out West on that maybe. And once the youth cafe is up and running, we hope possibly to set up a drop-in as well for young people who might be looking for support in the youth cafe. I'd say bullying is probably one of the biggest things, and probably fear of coming out or being outed, I suppose. Being called names, getting the usual kind of, yourself, the usual kind of puff and faggot and that's so gay and this kind of stuff being tossed around. I think people have to deal with that all the time, and I think that's probably one of the biggest ones. We really are here for young LGBT people, and there's going to be no judgment, there's going to be none of that. We just want to support people really, and if we can do that at all, we're happy to do that.